It is really it's a type of pizza which is, we were about the 5th in the U.S. to do this, and it's a certified Neapolitan pizza, meaning the government in Naples, Italy, in the region of Campania, decided that pizza was something worth protecting, at least their definition of pizza. And there are lots of kinds of pizza. I love deep dish, I love thin crust, I love greasy New York style, I like it all, but this is what gets me going. So when this building came available, we decided it would be fun to have a place that did the pizza that we loved and had discovered in Italy, here in Sheboygan. And the response had been wonderful for Trattoria Stefano, so we really didn't have any fear about doing this. So we did, in the year 2000, open this pizzeria called Ritrovo, which is named after a place up above the Amalfi Coast where we met our pizza maker who came to help us open. So what it means is it's a slightly lighter topped pizza, in balance between the dough and the tomato. And the tomato, by the way, is a DOP stamped San Marzano tomato grown on the slopes of Mount Vesuvius. The best tomato on earth. Handmade mozzarella plus air-shipped water buffalo mozzarella. Very traditionally made, only handled by hand, never rolled through a dough sheeter, and wood only in the oven, no gas assistance, hard oak wood, about 900 degrees, and only about a minute and a half in the oven. So it's very hot. It gives you a very specific texture and finished product. If you look at the pizza, you can see it kind of has slightly burned edges. It kind of bubbles up around the sides. The bottom gets slightly sort of blackened a little bit. It's a very specific kind of a flavor and smell profile and texture due to the temperature, the sort of cone-shaped oven, the flames kind of jetting down from above. So it's a very kind of, it's a light, I don't want to, light's the right word, but it's a light sort of in-balance pizza. And even though you might look at a pizza with 5 or 6 ingredients, you can still see the tomato through the ingredients, knowing that tomato is so important, as is the dough. And the flour that we use is Caputo flour. And again, that's brought from Naples, Italy. I've toured the plant. I've met Mr. Caputo himself. It's a very specific flour blend to make this pizza specifically. We're good cooks. We like to think that. But our job is made easier by bringing the world's finest things to make this pizza. And then, of course, covering it with local produce, house-made mozzarella from Grande Cheese, where we make the curd. We take the curd, we make the cheese every morning for our pizzas. So yeah, it's sort of the best of Italy joined with the best of here in Wisconsin put together traditionally, and it's a fantastic thing. The oven was actually, it's made by Renato, which is a company based in Texas. He used to bring the ovens from Italy. He now manufactures them here. It was funny because when I called, I said, I need an oven that only burns wood, no gas. About 95% of his customers still use gas assistance. So we were in the minority. I actually had to wait for an oven that was only wood, which you would think would be easier, you just wouldn't put the gas burners in. So that oven it's a beast, and we have I-beams in the basement holding this thing up. It weighs a few tons. It's a very, very heavy oven. We had to actually take off the front of our building and bring this thing in on a forklift and sort of wheel it across the floor, put it in place, and then cure it for several days, burning fires, putting it out, burning a longer fire, and sort of to cure the stone inside, and then you just go. That oven, since the day we opened, has probably never been below 450 degrees. When we cap it at night, it's probably still 900 degrees, and then by morning it kind of comes down. So in the morning we'll roast chickens, we'll bake breads, we'll do roasted mushrooms, vegetables, just using that sort of latent heat. But it's a wonderful, wonderful cooking method, and there's no better way. And it's very hot, it's very fast, it's very well insulated, and it's a very old way of cooking. At lunch we do pastas, and at the nighttime we don't because we serve across the street at Trattoria Stefano the pastas and things there. We do a wonderful array of pastas at lunch, phenomenal paninis, great sandwiches, wonderful soups. We sell hundreds and hundreds of quarts of soup a week. People love our soups, and again, using local ingredients, local produce, things like that. Gorgeous salads, beautiful caprese salads, seafood salads, things like that. So yeah, definitely a broad array of different things, and antipasti and paninis and salads as well. But pizza's kind of the star. We get people probably a lot because of Kohler. People coming to golf, coming to visit, and then eventually finding us. But yes, just for our food, you'd be amazed. I can't believe people drive, they will drive from Chicago to eat. Sometimes stay overnight, sometimes drive home. Milwaukee, Green Bay, Fond du Lac, 2 hours out all the time. And I would do the same thing. I truly would. I don't want to sound like I'm blowing my own horn, but when you find something that you love and that sparks a taste memory from somewhere you've been or something you've had, you'll drive for it a little way. The Italians will.